My spatial perception is not helping me figure out which way I need to push this in order for this to work. My God, this is like my greatest flaw in life. I can't figure out if it needs to go left to right to get it in the frame. Ah, okay, that's good. Hi. Hi there. I got a whiteboard. I actually only have a whiteboard for like right now because I'm in this sound studio because I had to film this thing. And I was like, hey, look, a whiteboard. You know what I should do? I should make a vlog. So, a couple days ago, I put out a call on Facebook and Twitter and the such, asking the world, which was probably always not a good idea, but I asked, what should I vlog about? And I vowed that I would vlog about as many of the things as people told me about, regardless of how random that they were. I think we need to make a list of the things I was told to vlog about. This is really hard also because I'm left-handed, and I don't know if you've ever seen a left-handed person try to write on a whiteboard. It doesn't go very well. Things to vlog about. Don't laugh at my writing. Doctor Who. Specifically, if I were with the doctor, where/when would I like to go and see? The answer to this, obviously, I want to go see some Vikings. Who doesn't want to go see Vikings? I want to go see some Vikings and then make out in the TARDIS, but not with the Vikings, because I think they have lots of hair. I want to make out with Tennant in the TARDIS. But I'd go see some Vikings first, because I feel like you should see something before you try to make out with the doctor in the TARDIS. Tea etiquette. Short anecdote about tea etiquette. First of all, proper tea must always be made with boiling water. I walked into this coffee shop. I feel like people, unless you're really big tea drinkers, aren't even going to think this is really atrocious, but it's atrocious. I walked into the coffee shop and I ordered a tea, and apparently their boiler was broken, and so the woman rang me up and then walked over to the sink and turned the faucet to hot in the sink and tried to make the tea that way. No. No. Item number 3, what was it? Oh, Furbies! Furbies. Furbies, aka the most disturbing toy in the world. A funny story about Furbies. One time I had a Furby, and I had it for about a week before I decided I didn't like having a Furby. And we were moving cross country in a car, and so I just decided I would pack the Furby into the luggage in the back of the car. It was a 3,000-mile car trip, and the entire car trip, all we heard from the back, like from beneath mounds of clothing, was, hello. Hello. The entire time, I have nightmares to this day about Furbies like whispering in the dark corners of my bedroom. Like it's not funny, actually. Furbies are horrific, horrific toys. 2012 goals. This is a really hard one because I was actually going to do an entire blog post about my 2012 goals, and then I realized that I have a policy where I won't write anything down unless it's entirely in my control, and I realized that the vast majority of things in 2012 are not in my control, so that makes it hard. So most of my goals, they aren't professional. I have wishes that are professional, but most of my goals have to do with character building or something of that nature. One of my biggest goals is, this is gonna sound really weird, but to eliminate the toxic. And that means to either eliminate emotional things that are unhealthy, mindsets that are unhealthy, obsessing over things out of my control, self-doubt, self-consciousness, things like that, or external things that are unhealthy, like certain relationships, you know. We all find people in our lives, oh, I fell off my chair. We all find people in our lives that are good for us, and those are amazing, and then we find people in our lives that we think are good for us, and then they're not, and then you learn. This is the thing. Life, that was not the side that my hair was messing up on. Life's a journey, and like you pick up wonderful friends, and sometimes you don't. And so one of my goals in 2012 is just kind of figuring out who and what I need to surround myself with in order to feel good and feel healthy. That's all. So that's kind of like the big goal. I want book deals too. That's not in my control. What's next? I like having a whiteboard. Cheese. Guys, I'm not quite sure what to say about cheese. Cheese is wonderful, but I'm not sure how much to say about it. I love it. What else do we have? Jon Snow love, Jon Snow love. Okay. Running out of space. I don't know if John is spelled like that or with an H, so bear with me. Jon Snow love. If you do not watch Game of Thrones, watch Game of Thrones unless you have a major aversion to violence, but still try to watch it. Jon Snow, I love Jon Snow with the fire of 1,000 angsty looks and wavy hair moments. What are my 2000 plans? Okay, things I want to accomplish. This is kind of like 2012 goals, but not really. 2012 things to do that are not writing related. This one I can do. And it's, if you follow me online at all, you would have to have followed me last year. You would know that I really want to go back to school. I want to get a PhD in literature. And I really need to take the subject GRE, but I'm incredibly daunted by it, and so I keep coming up with excuses not to take it. So I really need to take the subject GRE this year. I haven't vlogged in a really long time though. This is my first vlog of 2012. I think it's actually my first blog post of 2012. I'm really sorry. I turned in my book today. So surviving edits. Surviving, I can't write with the Sharpie on a board. Surviving edits. We'll end on that note. We can end on this note because it's so exciting. Edits come in multiple rounds for those who don't know. I did have someone ask me recently why I stressed about edits, because I'm a writer and not an editor, and obviously I hand my book over to an editor and then I just walk away. How beautiful would that be? Edits come in multiple rounds. And it changes based on the publisher. For me, I tend to have 2 really large rounds and then line edits and copy edits. And I just turned in the second of my really large content edit soul killing rounds. And so I am happy and I am vlogging, and that is why, and we should just go eat cookies. I'm gonna miss you, whiteboard. I'm gonna miss you.